presently have installed the WD-007 key. This is how it looks below here. It's a very neat, a very small camera. Let me see if I get a better look for it for you. Right, right. This is a wide angle camera that shows, I think, 240 degrees wide. Excellent quality, very wide view. Um, comes in this box here, WD-700 key. Um, what I want to do, this is the RC power cables. Um, I want to install another camera, right? What I want to install is the WD-779, which is a 140-degree camera. Okay, correction. The WD-779, this is a 135-degree camera. What does that mean? It means that it shows realistically what is in front of you. The wide angle camera, these tend to show fisheye, and it could have a curved sort of view. Sometimes if something is in front of you, it looks really far away, but when you get closer, it just bam appears in front of you. With the 135-degree camera, which is a more realistic view, whatever is in front of you is more proportioned, or the distance is more realistic. So if you're backing up into your garage and you have stuff at the back of your garage, you know, whatever, if you have, let's just say, a bicycle at the back of your garage and you're reversing, well, the distance, the bicycle that you see is in the camera, the distance that you see on the display screen on your car deck would be more realistic as to the distance it really is. With a wide angle camera fisheye, it looks far, more long distance, but as you get closer, it disappears in front of you. With this 135-degree camera, WD-779, it looks more realistic, and if it looks in the camera as if it's 5 feet away, then it is really 5 feet away, right? More or less, right? So I'm going to install one of these cameras. But if you notice, these cameras, they have the 4-pin power connectors. The camera before, which is this here, let me see if you can see it a little clearer. Right, this is the WD-777K. They use the RCA adapters. Now, you can't use this camera on the WD-007K wiring because it's two different wirings. Because the 5-pin of the new camera isn't compatible with the RCA. So what I did, I got some converters. It converts from RCA into the 4-pin. It converts, so you have this here, and it plugs into this part here. So whatever wiring you have for the older camera, the RCA, it could remain. All you do is just remove the old camera, jack in this adapter to it. This goes into the camera, jack in this part here to it, and you're good to go. Right? Now, this is the wiring for the new camera. Right? So basically, you wouldn't be using this wiring here. The wiring that is presently on the W007K, that remains as is. Right? All you're doing is plugging this into the existing wiring, and this part will go into the power for the camera. Let me show you the power for the camera. This is the new camera here. I'm just balanced with one hand. This is the new camera. Very small, very beautiful. Right, these are all the stuff you get inside here. Twister, screwdriver, tape, even the panel removers. Right, if you notice, there's the 4-pin adapter, which goes into the 4-pin adapter for the old camera. So this goes into the old wiring. This goes into the camera across here. So all you're basically doing is just installing the camera. You don't have to go and run new wiring. If you didn't have a camera before, then you have to run this wiring here. But as you already have this, to save time, to save money, to save effort, you can just purchase this adapter from Natika. All right, so in a little while, we're gonna uninstall the old camera and install the new camera. Okay, this is how the back panel looks. I'm gonna have to use this tool here to remove the panel and gain access to the camera, which is up there. All right, so I'm gonna do that now. Okay, I'm gonna take this pricing tool. Let me just select a price of this panel here. Yeah, be very careful because you could break it. Right. Okay. Right. This is the panel here. See, all these clips here has a purpose. You have to make sure and don't break any of these clips across here. I'm gonna rest it right here. Right. And if you watch, come closer here. You see how all the wiring here is made up. This is the existing camera clips across here. See, this is the RCA. This is where we'll have to join the power adapter here. This is the power adapter here. This here. So we're gonna have to take this, connect it across here, and use the power, run it back to the camera, which is somewhere. Let's see. This is the camera right here. Camera right here. And so which means the camera would be somewhere here. Somewhere inside here. So we have to see exactly how we're gonna get that. We'll do that in a second. Right here, I'm gonna have to put this piece of panel right across here. This panel, I think there are some screws, some nuts and bolts on this side here. If you bring the camera a little bit here, my cameraman, come on this side here. Yeah, these screws here has to come out. Take out this here. Oops. One. And make sure I don't lose these screws. 2. I have 1 here. 3. 1 here. 4. I don't know if it could come out here. Let's see. Oops. Somebody's holding back this across. So there's one more bolt has to come out. I think that's across here. This I have in my toolkit something that's small. You have to use pliers. See if it's something here. Oops, fell down. Right. Let's see if it comes out. This is good. This is good. All right, so see now here we have access to the camera right here. Right. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna see if we could probably plug these here to get more access. Okay, let's disconnect. Let's disconnect the old camera here. All right, so we have some clips here. We wanna take out the tie strap here. All right. Okay. So let's see. This would be where the old camera is over here. All right, so you wanna take out this electrical tape. Right. 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 Okay. So remember what I said? This would be the old connection, the wiring for the vehicle. This would be the camera. So we're gonna unplug the camera here and the yellow. So we disconnect the camera. And what we're gonna do now is connect this here, this here. Simple as that. So all the existing wiring remains in the vehicle. This is our adapter across here. This is our adapter. Now if we want, we can just take a peek at the camera here and make sure it can go in. 4 pins, 4 pins. There's a groove, a little triangle groove. You notice there's a little groove here, and there's a little groove in here, a little triangle groove here. So you know exactly what direction the pins go in. There's also 2 arrows, little arrow here, and an arrow across here. So 2 arrows go into each other. Perfect. Perfect. So what we want to do, we want to ensure that the camera is working, right? So what we'll do, we'll just have it down here, right? Now we're gonna check and see if the camera is working. We should do this before we install it. In the event it's not working, we're gonna go through all that work for nothing. So we're gonna start it. All right, so we're gonna put it in reverse. It's supposed to be showing somewhat a ground the yard floor. Let's see, reverse. Oh yes, that's it there. So the camera is working. Right, that is good. So let's go and install the camera and then we'll do some adjustments to it. All right, okay. Okay, so we know that the camera is working. We're gonna install it at the back of the trunk here. One thing we have to do, we have to cut the wires because we don't want the grid lines, the default grid lines of the camera. We have the grid lines. I have adjustable grid lines on my deck. So afterwards I'm gonna cut the wire to remove the grid lines of the camera, the default grid lines. I'm gonna adjust the camera grid lines via the deck. Okay, so we're gonna uninstall this now. So we have removed the old camera. This is the new one. What we're gonna do is send it through here. Right, send it through here. And let's see, just going to raise my hand here and let's filter it through here. Right. Right. I'm we're gonna do, we're gonna install back the bracket, install the camera here. Right. I think we're gonna do, what we have to do is feed it back through here. But we need to get the camera to face this direction. So we're gonna have to feed the wire under the brackets. All these little adjustments make installation easier and for a better fit of the camera. Feed it right like that. And put back the screw across here, and we're gonna take it from there and see what happens. Right, so we put in the camera here, right, and we just fit a panel back inside here. What we're gonna do now is put up the different, connect back the switches to open the door. There's one, and then we have these nuts and bolts to put back across here. Right, I'm just gonna put it in just loosely, just to hold it in place. Right, that's 3, and this is 4. Right, we have 2 other bolts here. Right, okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna neaten up some of these wires, tie it up, and we're gonna test the camera. Alright, so what we're gonna do first, we're gonna connect it across here using the arrows. Right, and we're gonna tab these wires across here, make it as neat as possible. Right, and when we're done doing that, we'll cut the wire that has the default grid lines. We'll just use the grid lines for the depth that we had. Right, so I'm gonna use some tie strap, tie it up, and neaten up a little bit. Okay. Okay, here is my driveway at the back of my vehicle. Alright, you're seeing it here. This is what the camera would see. It's pretty dark. It's pretty dark. You're unable to see. There are supposed to be some plants across here. Some plants in some plant pots. But it's dark. Let's see how it looks. Let's see how the reverse camera looks when I put it into reverse. Alright, let me see. Okay, and now we go into reverse. Wow, imagine when you look with a real light, it's dark. You're unable to see all these buckets and barrels on the yard floor. With reverse night vision camera, it's excellent. Take it out, put it in. Excellent. As I said before, crisp, clear, clean. You can see. You can see. Beautiful, beautiful quality. Okay, I'm gonna put on the reverse camera daylight. Look at that. It's realistic in terms of where the plants are. You can see the plants are right there. Plants are right there. Good color, good quality. You know, you have a nice angle at at the back, so you can see the wide area. You can see a long distance behind, but I have my camera facing more down because I like to do close parking. But you have a long distance at the back where you can see things in the back in terms of where I drive into my yard. I have those kids, sometimes they put stuff and toys on the ground. So I am able to see a long distance to the back. And it's very realistic in terms of where the plants are and where my vehicle is. Natika has done well again in terms of the quality, the crispness of their camera is one of a kind, and I don't trust any other camera besides Natika.